Today we're exploring a massive international fraud case that spans nearly a decade and ends with a dramatic extradition from Ghana to the United States. This is the story of a sophisticated romance and inheritance scam that targeted elderly victims across America, and the man accused of helping run it. From around 2013 to 2023, a group of Ghanaian nationals carried out a global romance and inheritance fraud scheme. They targeted elderly Americans online, people who were lonely, isolated, or simply seeking companionship. The scam started with a simple conversation, a friendly message, a growing relationship, emotional trust. Once the victim felt connected, the fraudsters introduced a story about a large inheritance, gold shipments, or family wealth that was supposedly locked behind taxes and release fees. They told victims, "If you help me pay these fees, we can share the money." But the entire story was a lie. Over the years, victims were drained of their savings, sometimes thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands. One of the key suspects was Joseph Kwadwo Badu Boateng, also known as Dada Joe Remix. U.S. investigators traced money transfers, WhatsApp messages, bank accounts, and online profiles directly to members of the fraud ring. After a lengthy investigation and international cooperation between the U.S. and Ghana, Boateng was arrested and extradited to the United States. He now faces charges including conspiracy to commit wire fraud, money laundering, participation in a transnational criminal scheme. But to truly understand this case, we need to look at the psychology behind the operation. At the heart of this scheme is manipulation, emotional, financial, and psychological. Romance fraud relies on building a bond with the victim. The offender studies their personality, their loneliness, their needs. Then they shape their own identity around what the victim wants to hear. This type of crime is often slow and calculated. It's not a single message. It's months of communication, daily conversations, promises of love, companionship, and a future together. For older victims, this emotional connection becomes powerful. They feel cared for, they feel needed, and eventually, they feel responsible for helping their so-called partner. Offenders also used inheritance and gold-related stories, classic advance fee fraud structures. Psychologically, these operate on hope of future reward, pressure to act quickly, fear of losing the opportunity, guilt over not helping someone who loves them. In organized criminal groups like this one, offenders reinforce each other. They teach newer members how to talk, how to manipulate, and how to craft believable stories. It becomes a system, a business model built on deception. Several criminological theories help us understand why fraud rings like this operate so effectively. 1. Social learning theory. Members learn techniques from each other. How to approach victims, how to create emotional dependence, how to structure payment requests, and how to hide money through international transfers. Behavior is learned, rewarded, and repeated. 1. General strain theory. Economic pressure, limited opportunities, and social strain can push individuals toward criminal alternatives. Fraud becomes a fast path to wealth, especially in contexts where legitimate opportunities feel out of reach. 1. Techniques of neutralization. Offenders often justify their actions by saying things like, "These victims are rich. They can afford it. It's just the internet." This allows them to commit high-harm crimes without guilt. 1. Organized crime frameworks. The fraud ring operated like a structured organization, leaders directing operations, middle-level members managing accounts, money mules moving funds, and recruiters bringing in new participants. This hierarchy makes the scheme efficient, scalable, and difficult to dismantle. The extradition of suspects like Boateng shows just how global cybercrime has become, and how international cooperation is essential to fighting it. But at the center of the story are the victims, often elderly, isolated, and emotionally vulnerable. This case reminds us that online relationships must be approached with caution, and that fraud thrives where trust and loneliness intersect. What do you think is the most important step in preventing crimes like this? Let me know in the comments. And stay curious.